This is a way I could go like, let me do this. Boom. There we go. Now we can see the chat.
Okay.
Everything's going on. So people say, what's up? I like this better because we can go to YouTube and you can invite people, and so
I see that. You got what? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and
should be TikTok, but TikTok may not connect because TikTok's got their own live. And Instagram may not connect either because you got to enter a code. I entered the code in already, but
gotcha. I just saw the stuff at the top. Yeah.
We get some stuff for. See, it's just weird. Everyone's got their own live thing, so I like to capture it because I like to use it for content, especially YouTube. If people want to watch, they want to see what's going on in the tattoo. Like, especially if they don't have it, they don't know.
Yeah.
That was like the consultation thing. We were like, well, how many people don't know, like what we can do in a consultation?
Yeah.
Is it going to be high pressure sales? Is it going to be what's it going to be?
Like, it's more of what do you want? I can make it happen. I just have to know.
Yeah. Or even possibilities,
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is like, we talked about the ink thing, it's like, it's like that looks good on paper and will always look good on paper, but get that piece of paper wet and you're going to see that ink bleed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens on a, microscopic level.
Different shades of black.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I am so
concentrations of
not. I'm so the opposite of like visual arts. It's not funny. Just with my skill set.
Yeah.
I end up like when I went into prosthetics, I never thought I'd be sculpting, but that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
Because you take before I get some of the scanner, but you take a cast with fiberglass and the same stuff you use if you break your arm.
Mm-hmm.
But then you fill it with plaster, and you take kind of looks like a cheese grater and start grinding on it. And when I went to school, I never thought the two things I wish I knew how to do better was do body work on a car and paint
exactly
and sew.
Exactly.
The other thing I
sewing.
I was like, well, what do I need to know to sew for? Turns out multiple times a week.
That's funny, man. And we have the same kind of conversation. I told Jim, I was like, I'm glad I passed kindergarten because I use scissors a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, you join the military and you're like, oh, I'm glad I took home ec because I know how to sew my patches on my uniforms.
Yeah.
I know how to fix stuff.
Yeah, I had a buddy in college that was the parachute packer.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, dude, I used the sewing machine most of the week.
All the time, yep.
And because of that, he ended up doing a lot of stitch or patches and that kind of thing for the other guys in his unit.
We used to give our guy, whatever, if he needed something, stitched on or bag made or something. If they had, I picked up a flight bag because he made a mistake. He was like, I made this together, but it's the wrong size. I got this end is like narrower than the other end. You want? I was like, yes. It's got all that paracord stitching or whatever. The webbing that they use for all that stuff. So it's a good time.
Little skills you never thought you'd use.
You use them all the time.
And then now that I've learned to do basic stitching like that, it's like, oh, my wife will be like, my pants don't fit quite right. They fit my hips but not my waist. I'm like, I can fix that.
Yeah, bring it in. Yep.
Or when I was in college, I was bartending, and I kept tearing nice pants up. So I was like, I'm done buying those. But I would go to the thrift store. I had one pair of pants I really liked the way they fit, and I would flip them inside out, copy the way the leg was shaped, and I would go buy way too big dress pants from the thrift store that were super wide leg, didn't look good, and just run that pattern on them. And it's like $6 for a pair of pants that if I spill bleach on them, I don't really care.
But they fit comfortably.
Yeah, but they look good. They fit good.
Yep.
Works out.
Super cool. Yep. I think that should be good. It's not going to be in my way. If not, I'll just move it.
There you go.
But I was tattooing something one time. I think it was in the second session, and a guy was like, what are you
What are you
what
doing?
are you tattooing there? And I was like, well, I'm actually doing this. And he's like, oh. And so then I realized I had it upside down. What's up, Mark? No, this is all black and gray, my friend. Black and gray. Your favorite, your favorite. So. Mark's one of my clients.
Gotcha.
So, did it. Coming in from Facebook land.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So see, I like Restream for this reason. Like it shows, you know,
all the comments in one spot.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Facebook comes in, if Instagram comment comes in. Like I said, TikTok has its own live, which I'll probably do that like halfway through just to.
Cool.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, let's see. Where is our radio selection today? Yeah, what do you need? What do you want to do? We slide out? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Not a button, though.
Not a button, though? All right. I should have said that before you got
All right.
Beautiful.
Use that. And then I can bend them down.
That's good.
I got a foot controller for everything, so I don't have to re-glove for that. So.
Nice. I really need one of these chairs at work, funny enough. When we do direct, there's a way we can build a socket that you need to be able to have the person like totally relaxed and sitting with their leg up.
Yeah.
We have a tattoo chair at a couple of our offices, and I'm like, I just need space to put one. The problem, because this is not exactly a small thing in the middle of a room.
Oh yeah.
But we had one that it all four, like the legs were independent, the arms were independent, everything swiveled on its own, and it made it way easier.
Yeah, nice and dry. That's the way we like it. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all representing.
Yeah, this is gonna look good poking out the bottom of the scrub top.
Oh yeah. I had somebody come in from the jail. I think her daughter works of the jail yesterday. So a lot of folks that I've done from the jail, tattoos, awards kind of getting, as far as the corrections officers, I don't think it's necessarily.
They don't let the other guys out for tattoos.
I think it's necessarily the other folks, Yeah, you guys aren't getting tattoos
They're a little
today.
busier.
So.
Well, they may be.
Yeah.
It's not from you.
I got you. That's funny. All right, man. Just jump in and get with it. So. Probably doesn't seem like it's been 3 years, does it?
No, it doesn't. But at the same time, it feels like it's been forever and a day that I've had it.
Yeah.
Not doing what you want yet?
Oh, making a little fine adjustments.
Gotcha. Settings have to be different for like everybody's different skin, pretty much.
Yeah,
To a certain
different
extent.
parts to certain. Yeah.
Makes sense. Do something, somebody like, or a spot that somebody's got thicker skin, need a little more behind it.
Yeah, Mark, I had Sergeant Lang. It was a good time, man, trying to get that castle piece put in there. So tell him I appreciate it. Of course, you don't have to tell him you're online right now unless you're off.
Sneaky, sneaky.
It's awesome, dude. And hey, Mark, go ahead and share with some folks if you don't mind, buddy. I think you can hit a share button on there and other folks you know that might be interested in watching. That'd be awesome. Appreciate it.
I could do that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Should do that.
You go. Yeah, if you.
Yeah. It's funny, like the second thing that came up on my Facebook was this. I was like, hey, look.
Thank you, bro. You were talking about settings. My machine is a very high torque machine,
Yeah.
so it hits the skin pretty good. So I don't need to run it like crazy.
Yeah, super fast.
Yeah.
I was listening to the one of the Joe Rogan podcasts. You ever watch the Protect Our Parks ones? It's him and three of his other comedian buddies, and it's most of the Joe Rogan is like he'll have a neuroscientist or whatever. And this is just four goofballs hanging out, and they were talking about all of Steve-O's tattoos, just because some of them are good, some of them are just awful tattoos.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "Wait, how do you like become a tattoo artist?" And the Jamie, the guy that runs his like booth and everything, was like, "I mean, you get an apprenticeship, but you just buy one." And they were all like, "That's a horrible idea. Like, why are those just for sale?"
Oh yeah, it's a regulated business, but you can buy a tattoo machine on eBay or AliExpress, Amazon, with inks, and who knows
what's in them?
What are those inks? Yeah, they found car paint in some inks that got tested.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's
Amy's on Oh, we're super zoomed in now.
Hey there.
There you go.
There it is.
We're back. The other thing about the streaming platform is I'd like to have more stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, just to get it out there. And
I think I spend more time on YouTube than anywhere else.
yeah. And if people are researching things, they're looking for something, you know, that's kind of where they're going to be as well.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true. Well, I watch YouTube like it's TV. We have a couple streaming services, but I think I spend more time on YouTube than anywhere else. One of my wife and I's favorite until he retired was the Demolition Ranch. I don't know if you ever watched him.
Oh,
He was the biggest like firearms YouTube channel
Oh,
on
wow.
YouTube, and he started out doing just real goofy stuff like what kind of dumb things can we shove in a shotgun shell, and then what does it do to a gummy bear?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he got big enough that like started doing the vlog channel and everything. It was really cool. And then he then got big enough that he could retire at like 45 and not have to worry about it. I mean, he's also a veterinarian, so he's like, I'll keep the vet business in case I get bored.
Yeah.
But he had kids, and they were getting old enough that people were starting to get weird.
Oh.
And he said that happened one too many times, and I was out. Like people showing up to his house or like talking to his wife in public, weird, just strangely.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, you put yourself out there.
Yeah.
That's like, Mr. Beast got, if you go back and look at his early stuff, I think he started when he was like 11.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, bro, you like, this content's horrible, but
it works
because he's still doing it. So.
Yeah. And like Demolition Ranch guy, he would go back and like pull clips from old videos and be like, I'm glad y'all loved it. It makes me hurt to watch just the production quality of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was really funny. He went through the like really expensive camera stage and then ended up going back to just like a little Sony camera he could basically stick in his back pocket.
Yep.
Because he realized he wasn't actually filming anything anymore because he had to lug this big heavy camera with him. And one of the guys he would hang out with a lot would be like, I just use my phone.
Yeah.
Like it's got a good enough camera on it that unless we're doing high speed stuff, nobody cares for the vlog part.
Yeah, it's a crazy good camera.
Yeah.
I think some people like don't want it to be like a good camera, but
to already be in your pocket.
Yep. I have some adjustment issues with it. I wish I could be a little more flexible. Like,
I'm sure, yeah.
Sometimes it'll adjust the color of a tattoo. Like it'll make your arm warmer, and then I'll switch to video. It'll be cooler. And it's like, no, I just want the same. I don't care if it's warm or cold. I just want it to be the same.
Yeah. You can get a tan mid photo session.
Exactly. But I think that also just comes from the how critical the things have become.
Yeah.
And it's like with anything. Like, hey man, if you go to a wedding photographer, they fix every photo.
Yeah. That's most of what you're paying.
Yeah.
For.
But my God, put a CPL filter on a friggin' tattoo to, get the shine off it so you can actually see what the tattoo looks like. Everyone's losing their mind. You edited it. Well, no, I actually didn't.
I just changed the color.
Actually, the phone, I just made it like so you could actually see what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's been one of the biggest growth things I've seen in the industry is people actually using, filters to get the shine off it. And, you're tattooing a wet, you're taking a picture of a wet object.
Yeah.
You don't want to see all that, wet on there. So you just use a CPL filter. Just takes the shine off. And, you actually see what the tattoo looks like.
You know, I go to scan it, you can't have anything shiny because they'll throw the camera sensor off.
Yeah.
And I have this weird, it's called mattifying spray, and it looks like you're spraying nothing for about 30 seconds, and then it just looks like you've done a really accurate job of pouring baby powder and everything. And it
Really?
takes all the shine off of it. But it's the
It's
first
probably
time
toxic.
Oh,
So
yeah. Well,
like,
it's-
can we spray it on the skin?
so you can. I don't know about an open wound,
Right.
but like if I'm scanning somebody who's sweaty, we use it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you can put it on closed skin. I don't think I'd probably put it on open skin, but
Everybody be like, well, Joe said he put some stuff on your skin. No, I didn't say
No.
that.
no.
Always exploring
Everything's an option.
ideas. Yep.
It's a tool in the toolbox.
Yep. We were talking about AI earlier, which is really, really, it's a funny thing. Like, how much negative, it's getting.
Yeah.
It's not very accurate in a lot of things. Like if you have it, so I created an app for husbands to be able to communicate to their wives and their children without sounding intimidating. And so, I think it's a great tool, and AI helped me put it together.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to hire a freaking coder, to do the stuff, and everything's pretty much, excuse me, that's voice activated today is all AI anyway. So it's not like, but yeah, it's, somebody posted a Monet painting, and said, I had AI create a replica of Monet's, whatever it was, the picture, and he posted it, and everybody just started giving art critique and how, it was flat and the use of color, and you require, requires a human to capture that touch and all that stuff like that. And so then he put on there, well, actually, this is a picture of Monet's actual painting.
Yeah.
And you should have seen the freaking, like everybody just like stop, they would like remove their comments because it was just a bunch of like art people giving their, it was crazy. And like they're critiquing Monet, like, oh, it's color. So there's a lot to like, I think you have the super, pragmatic artist person that looks at that and goes, I just don't get it, especially with Impressionism, they're like, I don't get it, or like Cubism, you look at that and you're like, yeah, I don't really get that. I'm not hanging that in my wall, And a person that buys the $1 million banana, So art is exactly what it is. It's just an interpretation of, something that you create, and you're not going to like all art,
all opinions,
But I thought that was funny how it just generated a whole lot of hate with the. Oh man, best part was that when he showed the screenshots of all the people that had made comments, who were like, comment been deleted, comment deleted.
Yeah. And I think there's like we were talking about, there's ways to use it where you don't let it just do everything. You have to shape it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't just let it
where you want things, and you're just helping it assist the process, not be the whole process. Yeah.
It's like the self-driving car thing. We'll talk about some stuff that's like taboo. It's like the self-driving car. We talked about vehicles earlier. It was like, I don't want a car that drives itself.
Yeah.
I don't mind lane assist, but I'm not giving all my responsibility over to the machine to let it do what I want to do. Because, you hear those Waymo cars or whatever they are.
Yeah, like
driving off into the like river.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's things that it's not going to pick up on. So.
No, I was listening to the podcast, and this guy was talking about having his mom come out from Colorado or somewhere to LA, and it was she refused to get on a plane. Turns out she didn't have an ID that she could get on a plane with, so he had to hire her a driver. And he was just like, the first thing she said to him was like, he talks a lot. And she's like, yeah, you're gonna be in the car with each other for like 17 hours.
Yeah.
Over the course of 2 days. And she's like, well, I'd prefer if he didn't talk. And the guy hosting the podcast was like, well, I got some great news for you. We have these things called Waymos here that you're going to love if you don't want the driver to talk to you.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're going to totally dig this because they don't say nothing.
They may not, drop you off at quite the right spot.
Right.
But,
or you say, stop,
Yeah.
Our music selection today for you folks that are listening is Eau Claire Radio. It's my friend Justin's band. It's kind of a cool little project. They all met in college, and so they got a lot of albums out. You probably never really heard of them. They just get together and put music out, and it's enjoyable music. They got a few songs that I think should be like
bigger than they are.
hits. Oh yeah.
I found a band recently. Of course, I'm not going to be able to remember the name, but like, it's they started, a true garage band.
Yeah.
And they've got a song that I'm like, why is this not everywhere?
Exactly. You're like,
it tickles the part of my brain just right, and I'm like, this is like the best new song I've heard in forever.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I started listening to, because I thought, oh man, you started a band, and
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's like, nope, it's been the same guys have been at college, since college. So, 15, 16 years ago. This, we talk about like a friend of mine's a touring musician, plays in bands in Vegas, and he's like, Nashville's full of the most amazing musicians you'll never hear of.
Yeah. I'm sure. How long were you in the Navy?
11 years.
Okay. Not quite career, but not one and done.
Yeah, but it was just time for me to go.
Yeah.
I had this idea that I wanted to be the old school sailor in a new school world. And so, I mean, I was wrong, 100% completely wrong, but hey, you don't tell a kid, who's 25, years old or 28 years old that he's friggin', I guess I was 29 when I got out, but yeah, you just don't. Nobody, I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah.
I heard a quote somewhere. Somebody's like, give yourself some grace for the stuff you didn't know when you were younger that you know now that you have experience, I think that's the, many songs been I wish I knew. I wish I knew then what I know right now. It's
Yeah,
like, well, yeah,
exactly.
but yeah,
But you wouldn't have
But
the
then
same
you would-
path.
yeah,
I guess there's a difference between like giving yourself grace and regretting.
right.
Like, it's like, yeah, that wasn't the best idea, but it got me here.
Yeah. I think of things like, when I was in Vegas, I was working at a music store, but I was picking up part time with the Teamsters Union, doing convention hall work.
Okay.
So it was usually in the night, evening, and I mean, music store, we open until 10, so it was more like I was sucking for,
You wouldn't have to be there at
did,
6 a.m.
yeah, exactly. And so I got a call from a guy that I went to church with who drove for the Teamsters, and he was a street sweeper.
Mm.
And he's like, "Hey, man, we want to pick you up for this new program. We're doing street sweeping," and I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I was like, I just didn't envision myself, sitting in a street sweeper driving around the streets of Las Vegas, But looking back, if I'd have taken that job, I would have never met my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have never met her, the paths that I was on, and like would have never,
Little decisions.
it's just, yeah, it's like so funny. But there were sometimes when like we were, really sucking financially, early on in our marriage. Like, we weren't sucking, everything's perspective, but
felt hard then.
Felt hard, yeah, exactly. And we're like, man, if I could have taken that job at the Teamsters, what I'd be, doing right now, I'd be retired already. But then I just go back to, well, like I said, I wouldn't have met my wife, and that's the amazing part.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you gotta take the leap of faith. Like when I went to go into O&P school, there's 13 programs in the country. I applied to 3 of them. One of them closed their program, and I got an email that they're no longer doing it after I had already applied. And they're like, well, we can offer you a spot for a PhD program. And I was like, well, can I still, at the end of the day, be the clinical guy? And they're like, no. But then that's not what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
That wasn't the point. And went and visited a place in Texas, and it was awesome, super cool. It was in like right in downtown Dallas. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get in here and move to Dallas. And then so we went and toured, and then I went back for an interview. And I flew in the day before, got up, interviewed, flew out right after my interview. But no, I take it back. Flip around. Got off the plane, went straight to the interview. Spent the night, flew out the next morning. Before I got off the plane the next morning, I had my no letter. And I was like, they didn't even think hard about that. Wow.
Yeah, they were like,
and,
that's crazy.
Got into Alabama State, Montgomery, having never stepped foot in the state of Alabama. And I was like, well, I got in. I guess that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really want to wait and apply again next year to possibly knock it in again. I also, didn't have an internship lined up for engineering, didn't have anything. I was going straight from undergrad to grad school. We moved to Alabama sight unseen, rented a house over the internet, like everything. And I've lived here for 5 years.
Such an adventure, though, when it's like that,
Yeah, we bought a house in Montgomery, sold it, bought another house up here now. Like,
yep.
Never, if you'd asked me when I graduated high school, like, you're going to live in Alabama. I was like, no, I'm not. Why? Like, what would take me there?
Yeah.
And just chance. God knew where you need to be at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
The same way I got my job here is like I was doing clinical rotations, and the manager heard me talking about like, I kind of like around here. I wouldn't mind staying. and he just happened to be walking by, and he was like, okay, you've been here enough times that I know you're not you're willing to learn. You don't know what you're doing yet, but you're not supposed to yet.
Yeah.
But you're at least willing to learn. And went home and told my wife, I was like, hey, I got residency today.
She's like, what?
She's
That's
like, well, I
awesome.
guess we live in Montgomery now. And then finished residency. He just bought a house. And he was like, so here's the problem. We don't have a spot for you in Montgomery anymore. But if you go to North Alabama, you can pretty much be the main guy in the clinic. I was like, oh, I don't even about North Alabama. And we were not thrilled because we had bought the house like 8 months before.
Oh, yeah.
And had the 5-year plan. Well, now we've got 3 months to get ready to sell. And we had just had a baby, and it was a lot. And now that we've been up here a year, I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky that we moved out of Montgomery.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Especially because we've got friends that are still there we talk to occasionally. It's like it was bad when we were there. It's gotten so much rougher.
Man.
In certain parts. And like the neighborhood we lived in when we bought our house, it was mostly the people that owned the house and lived there a while. And during the like 13 months total that we owned it all went to rentals, and it started like the rough area started to creep over.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate because Montgomery, like, it could be a really cool city.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of poverty.
Yeah.
And poverty makes people do things that they wouldn't normally do.
Yep. Yeah, the whole socioeconomic climate. There was I don't know if you watch like Roca News or Ride the News. They're
Sometimes.
good, like kind
of.
Yeah, definitely. Like, hey, here's the facts. We don't have to.
We're not going to spin it one way. We're just going to tell you what happened.
Just going to tell you what happened, and as much as they can. But they go around to these like rural areas and like West Virginia, and they're like these cultures are their own.
Yeah.
These towns that are just once were booming are all it's either drugs or crime, and but
it's one of those things like doing house calls. I always, because I grew up in a rural area, and I guess I just didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But I never associated like drugs with rural areas. I always thought drugs with more urban areas.
Yep. Oh man.
And no, I was so wrong.
Yep.
It's pretty evenly split both places. It's not like it's just one over the other.
Yeah.
But like going to these places, and you're like, is your neighbor okay? And they're like, yeah, we don't talk to them.
Yeah.
we don't. No, don't go over there. Don't wave. Don't just keep driving up my driveway. Right?
Yeah, that was like one of the things in Michigan that we had, learned that there was just a huge meth problem because, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's coming. You're gonna smell your meth lab.
Yep. We had one blow up in my neighborhood, and everybody was like, "I thought they were just weird." Turns out they were cooking meth.
Yeah, that's what makes them weird.
We didn't live in a gated community, but it was a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right on the house, right on the corner.
Everybody watches Breaking Bad, and they're like, "That's what we're gonna do."
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do. It's like that was a scripted freaking like everything in that freaking show was written to happen that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not real life, folks. Not real life.
I saw somebody the other day talking about like, wouldn't it be cool to have like a prequel to Breaking Bad? He's like, meaning before he got sick and was just a chemistry teacher. The most boring TV show you've ever seen in your life.
Exactly.
He was doing great up until then.
Yep.
All the interesting stuff happened on the TV show. That was one that I'm sure I would like, and I never sat down to get into it.
Same.
Like, I've heard all these awesome things about it, but... Nice. Getting ready to see again in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like outside the technical of a tattoo, I could see one of the hardest things being like being able to do it where you can still see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because like the actual, doing the tattoo is one challenge, but then doing it on, something that's moving and flexing and
Oh yeah.
all that, whole different level of.
And
whole different
actually,
skill set.
I'm gonna move your arm
Okay.
a little bit because I'm like, oh.
While we're taking a break, can I go back again?
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
I took the hydration before this seriously, and now it's coming back to bite me.
We shall pause this to be pause. I don't even know how to pause it, man. Oh, just like that, maybe. I don't know. Just pause it. Welcome. Everybody wants to see what we're doing. Yeah. Gonna be sick with it. No gloves around at this time. What's up? I'm a happy camper.
Hello. Boss man's here. Boss man's here.
Yeah, she is here. She definitely likes being called boss lady.
I get that. Hello.
This is Liam. And this is Gene.
Nice to meet you, Gene.
Making some adjustments here.
Why do I think this was going on the forum?
Because the first kid was on the forearm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you decided on the shoulders?
Yeah.
It's a good size.
I like it a lot. It's gonna look cool.
What's your daughter's name?
Delaney. I was telling Woja, she's already. We can tell already. She's gonna be a force.
A force to be, yeah.
Yeah. I told my wife the other day, like, I can guarantee you at some point she's gonna look at her older brother and go, "You're being a wuss right now. Stop."
She's
Like-
second born?
Yeah.
That's why.
And she's 9 months old, and we're already like, "Oh no."
And second borns are
Yeah.
mild and out. You want to know what it is? It's because they watched the first born.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, he didn't walk till like I don't know, maybe 13 months, I think. She was pulling up on the trash can this morning at 9 months.
Yeah.
We're like,
she's trying
oh,
to keep up.
yeah.
So like,
She got stuff to do.
all that's possible. Let's go. Then she's gonna take it.
Trapped in his body.
How old's the first one?
3.5. So almost exactly 2.5
Rest
years
your arm
apart.
on that. There we go.
Okay.
You'll definitely have a normal birth order where like first is like rule follower.
Oh, yeah.
All directions. Second one is all like, give me rule. It's questionable. I may break this. See what we can do.
Yeah, she's very much.
What could I get away with? What could I get away with? That's what I was thinking. They're fun though.
Yeah.
They're fun.
She's
and they will
funny.
challenge you in every absolutely way. Then you have a third one, and then you're like, I give up.
You're so bad.
I know,
And
right?
give up.
I'm just
Like, what's the point? No point.
I feel like there are
actually in
certain
a
things
really good mood today. So.
where you
Oh,
realize
she
like the what's the point isn't what's the point of doing it. It's what's the point of me saying no to that?
Yeah.
Like, what are you hurting right now? You're just hanging out. Like,
Yeah, we have definitely, me and Wojo parent differently because we parent differently. We were parented differently.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always been artistic, I think, his whole entire life.
Yeah.
Artistic.
Artistic.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Oh, you not
Artistic.
artistic.
I was like, not autistic.
No, you've been
Might be that.
pretty sure.
Might help. Certain situations. It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
But when you have a kid who's artistic, like and loved and creative,
Mm-hmm.
they're like their perspective is different. So Wojo will definitely he is more of a freedom where I'm like a little bit more rigid.
Yeah.
But he's challenging me because like you just said, well what's the point? Why am I so rigid? Why does that need to be the standard of them? And he'd be like, what is that gonna hurt? And
Yeah.
he challenged me, I'm like, I don't know, what is that gonna hurt? Other than I want order or whatever. I just don't want them to. So
Yeah.
like let him go. Knowing the hills not to die on, to die on. Like, you're right, there's no
Yeah. And it's a lot easier not to die on after the first one when you realize I didn't hurt anyone.
And then raising a son is just crazy too. You have a boy, your
First is a boy, second's a girl. And he is monster trucks, dirt. Like he'll be 3.5 in August. And he's like, I'm going hunting with you this year, right? And I'm like, well, you know what? Why not? I'm not even gonna take my bow because there's no chance he's seeing anything. But he's gonna have the best time in the world.
Yeah.
And he asked me the other day, he goes, you're gonna get me a compass, right? What do you need a compass for? I need a compass. You know what?
Just
You're
like,
getting a compass, dude.
sounds just like Josh.
Yeah, well, I actually had somebody give me a really nice, like, old school case pocket knife. Yeah. Like what you think of when you think of grandpa's knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stuck it in my top drawer, and I was like, you know what, bud, that's gonna be your first knife because it's a cool one. It's not like I always carry something, but I carry like a newer flip out style. But learning it takes a little bit more thought to open that one. And
Oh yeah.
a little more similar to my first pocket knife, which is gonna get lost, but
you'll know. He'll be like,
yeah. I lost more of my dad's pocket knives than I can count.
Yeah. Mojo has your time. I've never given a pocket. Have you given a pocket knife?
Yeah, I got him that one last year. Nope.
No.
I didn't survive terra firma.
You did say it could be in the camping stuff, possibly.
It could be. But he had a little case for it, and it came with a little flashlight, and I think he was more enamored with the flashlight than he was anything else. Hey, could you check Instagram, see if I'm streaming on Instagram?
Yeah. So
for me? Appreciate you.
Got your lunch, but I got Heather that square pan.
Did you drop it off to her?
I was hoping it was there yesterday. I'm trying to help her find it.
One of our clients just bought the coffee shop restaurant that she's worked at for years.
Oh, cool. In town?
So, yeah, Java J's. And,
okay. That's where I got coffee the first time I ever came to Decatur. I was staying, funny enough, in an Airbnb that I now wonder how I even stayed in because they're not allowed. But when they sent me up here to like check the area out when I was kind of moved up here, I swung through there on the way to work, on the way to the office, and got a great cup of coffee and this is ham and cheese sandwich. And I was thinking like ham and cheese breakfast sandwich because it was like 8:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And I got a ham and cheese sandwich with lettuce, tomato, which is, looking back, exactly what I ordered. I just didn't ask enough questions. But I was like, you know what? Ham and cheese sandwich for breakfast it is. Yeah.
We have avoided calling our kids names like, oh, just my little terror, my little monster, or my little brat. We just, that all comes from my upbringing
Yeah.
more than anything, like labeling.
Oh, yeah.
So
No,
we had to
we're
name.
definitely brats
Yeah, we had to name our.
in my generation.
We had to name our kid. We called him Adventure Boy
There you go.
because that's more along the lines of what he was always in adventure, getting into something. But I didn't want to.
At 2 years old, he
Oh my
to
gosh.
open up the cabinets and climb up. We had a huge island in Michigan, and he'd climb up because he knew there was something up there that he just can't.
Yeah.
And then I found him. We had this like little rolling cart, and our cats. We'd keep our cows for the pool, and we'd keep one of our cats to sleep on it. And one day I found him climbed up on, like Howard didn't tip over. I was like, he was just snuggling that little cat.
Yeah. So the first day we heard like the grrr of a chair sliding across the kitchen. I was like, hold on. I just want to see what you can do. Like just,
You're like,
I want to watch the thought process.
Yeah.
And he was getting snacks off counter.
Yeah.
He could see them, couldn't reach them. Went, I'll let him push that chair out of the way.
Yeah.
But the difference is he was like,